Do you know what is more terrifying than a gruesome murder scene? It is a silent assassin that invades your brain on the most peaceful morning of the year. Today's case file could have been a record of a tragedy, but thanks to a wife's devoted attention, it remains a record of survival. The shadow of death was sitting at their breakfast table, but the wife cast that shadow away and held her husband's hand once again. It was 8 a.m. on New Year's Day. Happy New Year, darling. Let's stay healthy this year. A peaceful table with steam rising from the warm soup, but shattering that peace took less than a single second. The husband's eyes, smiling just moments ago, suddenly lost focus and started to drift. He tried to spoon the soup but kept spilling it on his shirt collar. At first, the wife thought he was joking, but then, clang! The sound of the metal spoon hitting the floor was no joke. Darling, what's wrong? Are you ill? The wife shook his shoulders desperately. But the husband, he could only make unintelligible sounds as if his mouth was stuffed with cotton wool. Normally, people might think, is it indigestion? And pat his back, or give him water, or try folk remedies. But the wife knew that these actions were fatal mistakes, eating away the golden time, because a memory from a safety class flashed through her mind. Look at me, smile, raise your arms, she shouted, holding back her tears. One side of his mouth was drooping and his right arm fell helplessly to his side. She dialed 911 without hesitation. At the hospital, the consultant doctor stated,
It was a close call. The brain vessel was completely blocked and brain cells were about to die. Her saved husband. If she had laid him down to sleep it off, that bed would have become his coffin.
I approached the wife, who was sighing with relief, and asked, Ma'am, most people would panic and freeze. How on earth did you know it was a stroke immediately? Then with tears in her eyes, she proudly told me,
Detective, actually, I volunteer at a senior care center. Last year, firefighters and paramedics visited the center to give us a safety training session. They held my hands and earnestly begged, Ma'am, even if you forget everything else, you must remember these 4 letters, FAST. That is how you save a life. The moment my husband dropped that spoon, the paramedic's voice echoed in my ears.
Her small act of volunteering and the firefighters' passionate training saved the head of a household today. So, what was the secret weapon the paramedics passed on to her? I will now brief you on that crucial evidence. Tattoo this on your brain right now. It is the FAST rule. F is for face. Ask your family member to smile. If one corner of the mouth goes up, but the other side droops down, that is a 100% sign of a stroke. Equi is for arm. Ask them to raise both arms forward. A healthy person lifts them equally, but if one arm drifts downward helplessly, the brain's motor center is already paralyzed. Sis for speech. Ask them to repeat a simple sentence, like, the weather is nice today. If their speech is slurred or words are jumbled, it is an immediate emergency. Finally, T is for time. If you spot even one of these signs, there is no time to wonder, is it indigestion? Dial 911 immediately. Your swift decision is the only cure. Now, closing the heavy investigation files, let me introduce the hidden hero of the field. Going beyond cold medical facts, she will share touching survival tips filled with love for family.
Hello, I am Detective Han. To everyone in the US and UK, stroke is a disease treated by doctors, but prevention, that is something only loving family can do. Today, adding to the wife's secret, I will share my own heartwarming winter survival tips. First, is a glass of water in the morning. Winter mornings in the UK or US are chilly. When we wake up, our blood is thick and sticky. Please, place a glass of lukewarm water by your loved one's bedside. That single glass thins the blood and prevents clots from forming. It is not just water, it is the water of life. Second, is protecting body temperature. British houses can be quite drafty, right? Stepping out from a warm duvet into a cold living room can shock the blood vessels, causing them to constrict and burst. Please, have a warm dressing gown or slippers ready for your family in the morning. That small act of kindness buffers the shock to the brain vessels. Third, is the F.A.S.T rule, Detective Paul mentioned, but I want to add one hidden tip you can do at home right now. It is the tongue test. Playfully ask, "Stick out your tongue, darling." If the tongue goes to one side, or looks crooked, that is also a strong sign of a stroke. It may look like a game, but it is a game that saves lives. Lastly, a truly crucial tip: if your family member collapses, please do not feed them anything. Out of love, you might want to give them water, but that could block their airway and take them away from you forever. Just hold their hand tightly and whisper, "I am here, you will be okay." Your voice is the most powerful sedative for the patient. And finally, let me teach you the real-time calculation to save your life. People say the stroke golden time is 4,5 hours. But if you walk through the hospital doors at 4,5 hours, it is already too late. Why? Checking in at the ER, getting CT or MRI scans, blood tests, and the neurologist preparing the medication. All of this preparation takes at least an hour to an hour and a half. So, your deadline is not 4,5 hours, but exactly 3 hours. You must arrive within 3 hours to give the doctors enough time to save you. Remember, even the waiting time inside the hospital counts as part of your golden time. Never forget that.
Did you take notes on Detective Han's warm advice? The husband was discharged healthy, without any after effects. This was not just luck. It was the result of the wife's knowledge and her attentive love for her family. That 1 minute of hesitation, thinking surely it's nothing, can trap your loved one in pain for the rest of their life. Tonight, after watching this video, look closely at the sleeping faces of your family. And tomorrow morning, hand them a glass of warm water. Your small attention is the most powerful survival weapon in the world. This is Detective Paul, closing the case on survival. Subscribing and liking gives us the power to save another life. Thank you. This is Detective Paul signing off.